Number 16 asks us to simplify this cube root. So since it has a little 3 on the outside, I know I'm going to be looking for groups of 3 to simplify it. So finding those groups of 3, I'm going to go ahead and factor out each one of these into groups of 3. So for starting off with number 32, I know this factors into 8 times 4, which is 4 times 2, and 2 times 2. And last, this turns into another 2 times 2. Bring down the next. So that way I have them all in one line. So how many groups of 3 can I make? Well, circling these 3, or whichever 3 you want, that can go on the outside. But that means these 2 cannot form a group of 3, so they got to stay on the inside. So on the outside, this is the cube root of 2 to the third is 2 on the outside. And when we finish up, I'll put those 2 back on the inside. So now let's move on to the x's. X to the 9. Oops. How many groups of 3 can I create? Well, this is x to the third, and also x to the third. So each of these are a group of 3, which we can take the third root of. And so I'm going to have 3 of those x's on the outside. None left on the inside since they all have a group of 3. Next, let's move on to the y's. I have y to the 5th, which I can make a group of 3. And then a group of 2, so they don't have enough to go on the outside. But this group can go and become a y on the outside. And lastly, we have the z to the 8th. So that is z to the third, that's 6 of them so far. That means there's 2 left. So 6, 7, 8. And so I have 2 groups on the outside. That's z squared. So now let's go ahead and put the other stuff back on the inside. So here I have a 2 times 2, which is a 4. No x's on the inside. We have a y squared and a z squared. So first it starts with a 2, so it can't be these. It has an x to the third, y z squared, and then 4 y squared z squared on the inside. So the answer is